Types of thermostats. Mechanical thermostats. Mechanical thermostats use a bimetal device that causes the two contacts to touch or open depending on temperature. Electronic thermostats. Electronic thermostats use what is called a magnetic latching relay. This is a device that has two contacts that close when a coil on the relay is pulsed with a voltage. To open it, a second coil is pulsed and the contacts open. The voltage pulses are generated by the electronics inside the thermostat. High voltage thermostats. High voltage thermostats use 110 to 240 volts. They are mostly used on an electric baseboard heater. These thermostats are used for some commercial hot water baseboard heat. Low voltage thermostats. Low voltage thermostats employ 1 millivolt to 30 volts or 24 VAC. Most homes use this type of thermostat for central heating systems. With manual thermostats, the user adjusts the temperature as needed. An example of a manual thermostat is the CT20. Programmable thermostats. The user can create a program that will change the set temperature at different times during the day. The advantage is it helps save money. An example of a programmable thermostat is the Z-Stat CT30E, which we will look at later in this course. Types of HVAC systems. There are several types of HVAC systems, including conventional, which include single or multi-stage fossil fuel furnace, such as gas, oil, and propane, single or multi-stage air conditioning. There are also non-conventional types, including single or multi-stage heat pumps, electric heat air handlers, or hot water systems, such as boilers. Types of HVAC systems. There are several types of HVAC systems, including conventional, which include single or multi-stage fossil fuel furnace, such as gas, oil, and propane, single or multi-stage air conditioning. There are also non-conventional types, including single or multi-stage heat pumps, electric heat air handlers, or hot water systems, such as boilers. Hot water heat. 2-wire valves, solenoid rotary. 3-wire valves, solenoid rotary. The process of hot water heat. First, a hot water tap is turned on. Water enters the heater. The water flow sensor detects the water flow. The computer then automatically ignites the burner. Water circulates throughout the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger heats the water to the designated temperature. When the tap is turned off, the unit shuts down. Zoned baffle systems. These use zone controllers to direct heat or cool to a specific area. Thermostat installation process. After checking the existing system and powering off that system at the breaker, the next step to installing a new thermostat is to remove the existing thermostat. Remove the cover from the existing thermostat. Now, you'll want to note that some thermostats have 2 layers and others have 3. If after you remove the first cover, you do not see the wires from the wall connected to screws, then the unit has one more layer. Now, use a screwdriver to remove one wire. Label the wire using the corresponding letter tab. Here's a tip. The wire colors and letters at the left do not have to match what you have in your home. Label exactly what you have in your home. Repeat this procedure until all the wires have been removed and labeled. Once all the wires are removed and labeled, unscrew the thermostat from the wall. When removing the thermostat, be careful that the labels do not come off or that the wires fall back into the wall. Here's a tip. Wrap the wires around a pencil or fan them out to prevent them from falling into the wall. Next, place the wires over top of the thermostat. Use your level to straighten the unit. Then, take your pencil and mark where the screws should go. Now, drill pilot holes and insert the mollies. Now, screw the thermostat into the wall. Now, put the corresponding wire into the terminal with the same letter or use a cross-reference. Next, leave the wire stripped about a 1/4 inch back. Now back out the screw. Insert the wire into the top hole, making sure to go through both holes. Now tighten the screw until it's snug. Go ahead and pull up on the wire to make sure you installed it correctly. CT30E wiring and setup. Thermostat terminals. What do the terminals on the thermostat do? This table provides an explanation of the terminals. Wire translation. This table describes wire translations. Remember what to do with B terminal in specific applications. Three-wire hot water heat. This table describes wire translations for three-wire hot water heat. A typical heat-cool system. They have an existing thermostat, RWY-GC, R to RH with jumper to RC, Y to Y, W to W, G to G, and C to C. HVAC setup, gas electric switch, normal and pump switch, reset switch, mate switch. Settings for the Z-Stat CT30E. Set the HVAC type to norm for gas heat. Set the heat source to gas since you have gas heat. Then, reset the thermostat. When the on-screen HVAC setup with the thermostat is in the off position, press Menu. Touch the HVAC setup. Use the plus and minus keys to select the number of the normal setup you want. In this case, it's 1. Heat pump wiring and setup. Existing thermostat RWY-GOB-X2T. R to RH with jumper to RC. W is not used. Y to Y. G to G. 0 to 0. B to C, X2 to W2, and remember, T is not used. For setup, pump normal, gas electric, mate, reset. Heat pump settings. Set the HVAC type to HP for heat pump. If your auxiliary heat is electric, set the heat source to electric. If your auxiliary heat is gas, oil, or propane, set the heat source to gas. Then, reset the thermostat. Heat pump HVAC setup. Use the on-screen HVAC setup with the thermostat in off position and press Menu. Touch the HVAC setup. Use the plus and minus keys to select the letter of the heat pump setup you want. In this case, it's B. HVAC types configuration. Please reference the chart to view HVAC configurations based on climate. To test to see if C-wire is working correctly, take the batteries out of the thermostat and see if it turns on. If so, the C-wire is working. You can now put the batteries back into the thermostat.